Okay, so whenever you're talking, you want to talk into this newer, where it says newer on it.
Yeah.
Okay, that's where you want to talk into. So you can adjust it however you want. I'm gonna just be chilling. Sean Dream Show 002, courtesy of Row 5 Studios, located in Dallas, Texas. I got a special guest today. I would consider him my brother. You might know him from Tatched Hats. You might know him as Hollywood Mo. You know, you might know him as Damo. But we got Mozart Studios in the building. Clap it up.
Thank you guys. You already know what the fuck going on. So this interview is over, and don't ask me anything else.
Oh, damn.
No, I'm playing.
Okay.
What's up, Sean?
Sure one. What's up, man? So,
Thank you for having me on. This is weird, but it's really cool.
Yeah.
Let's get it going.
Yeah, before the podcast started, we were talking about how weird it is, you know. But we just got to talk like...
Yeah. No.
These ain't in front of us, and there's no cameras on
Yeah,
us. So.
yeah.
But,
Oh.
Yeah, just pull that.
Okay,
there you go.
We good.
But, so let's just jump right in. So what exactly do you do? Let's just break it down to the people. What do you do? As far as fashion, clothing, designing goes.
Well, I am a designer. I'm just a creator all around. You know, I design and help run my own brand, and I'm obviously you're my partner, but I own a third of that with you and homie Raheem over there. So I do like the embroidery work, digitizing. I help source, and along with all of my partners, y'all help me with everything else because I don't really get too digital. I'm more of a hands-on person.
Yeah.
So aside from that, I also do like custom cut and sew orders for people. Prototyping, pattern design, digitizing. That's how I make my side money.
So basically, this guy's just a badass.
Yeah.
So what you usually do now, because you started off, let's just go where you started then. So you started off Tatched Hats, right? You made a fully deconstructive, like you can take it apart, reconstruct it, change the bills, change everything about the hat.
Insane, dude. Yeah.
So how did that come about? What made you? What was the thing that you were like? Let me mess around with hats. Let me see what I could do with hats.
All right. So as I was growing up, like I used to get picked on all the time. So like.
No, I'm playing.
I grew up in Fayetteville, North Carolina. You know, it was like all like African American neighborhood. I was the only Asian, so like people would kind of like treat me differently, like because of the way I looked. And I didn't really have a sense of style, and I always wanted to, but I couldn't afford it. Yeah, so, that kind of I've always, like, tried to put things together, and people thought it was kind of fresh, but it wasn't, like, the retro Jordans. They were, like, Jordans, but not the retros. So, whenever I had them hoes on, somebody had clowned me at the bus stop.
Oh, man.
And I'm like, damn, man, I thought I was fly. But that shit had hurt. But, like, ever since then, I'm like, well, apparel does matter because, you are getting judged, but it's all about, like, who you are and your self-expression. Now, like, whatever I was wearing, it was just to fit in, and it wasn't who I was. But, yeah, like, that's what got me into, like, fashion and creating because of feeling, But, like, the whole hat thing came about, like, years later whenever I moved out to Texas, I think, in 2009, I think. 2008, 2009.
Yeah.
And on TV, I saw Kanye West and Jay-Z, and them fools are rocking the hats with the cool snake bills and stuff.
The Don C hats?
Yeah, the Don C hats. Yeah, exactly. So, like, that inspired me to, like, go buy one. I go out and try to look for one, and they weren't selling yet, just yet. So, I had, like, took apart my hat and, like, took my mom's hot glue gun and put some fabric on it and hot glued that bitch. And it came out pretty cool.
Yeah.
So one day, like, I showed all my friends. I'm like, yo, check out this hat. They're like, yo, where'd you get this? I'm like, I made it. And then, no one knew it was hot glue, but, I did. But after a while, I was like, all right, well, this isn't going to work because it's hot glue. So I was just like, what can I do with this? Like, how can I really sell something,
Yeah.
I'm not trying to sell people hats with hot glue on it.
Yeah, you want to make it a real product, right?
Yeah, so I ripped it off. I ripped the bill off of the hat, and I was like, wait, what if I want to put this bill on that? we'll put this one on that one. And that gave me the idea for like the interchangeable hat brim. Uh, thank you, Kanye.
Wow,
Yeah.
so that's amazing. So okay, so when this happened, right? Did you know that you found something, like you found something out, like, oh,
Man,
I got something
I
here.
was just trying to be fly, bro. And I was just
Yeah.
trying to have variety, and I didn't have the money to buy a lot of hats.
It was just out of love, out of the
Yeah.
love for fashion. You wanted to be fresh, so you did it out of love, and it just so happened that, oh, I could do this
Man,
with it.
yeah,
I could go
and
this
like,
far with it.
you know, I'm thankful for the people that I was around. You know, the whole UBT gang and everybody that was a part of it and that's not a part of it anymore. Like, it helped me grow into who I am now. Like, without, like, let's say Mark.
Well, hold on. Let's because for people who might not know who the UBT gang is. So these are like your
My close
childhood friends.
Yeah. When I first moved out here, like the people I've been, fucking with, rocking with the whole time.
Okay.
But yeah, like after I showed a group of my friends, they're like, "Oh, that's cool." And Mark was like, "Hey, do you have a patent on that?" And I'm like, "What the fuck is a patent?" You know what I'm saying? I'm a senior in high school and I don't even know what a patent is.
Yeah.
I'm like, damn,
I mean,
bro.
that's the school system.
I'm stupid. Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm feeling like, damn, bro, what the fuck?
Yeah.
But then I like go look up what a patent is, and I'm like, damn, dude, this is business. Like, I can, like start learning about like what I want to do, and then like that's exactly what I did, and I'm thankful that Mark asked that, because without that question, I probably would have never even looked into like how to keep an invention safe.
Yeah, like have own that property of that invention. Like, hey, I made that. You know, to actually have legal paperwork on it.
Right,
you know?
right.
So I mean, that's the good part about being around certain people that that actually want your best interest, and it just so happens that they might say something, and it might be a small little saying, but it'll take you far, you know?
Yeah.
Like, that's something that you still hold on to this day. You still remember what sparked that. Oh, let me look into the legality of all this stuff, you know? It's crazy how that works. So how was it transitioning from North Carolina to Texas?
Oh man, it was different, man. I came from like, I used to be like a badass, man. Like, I used to skip school. When I was like really young, I was AB student. By the time I got to ninth grade, that's when everything went downhill, because I moved from Fayetteville to what you call it, Greensboro.
Okay.
And in Greensboro, I was hanging around with like a lot of Asian people and skaters too. And
just a different culture, totally different culture.
Yeah. I was skateboarding all the time, skipping school to skate. I didn't have money. My parents didn't really have money, so we would go and steal food from like a store called Harris Teeter. I think it's the East Coast thing. It's kind of like a Kroger.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so we go there. And one time my stepbrother stole a whole cheesecake. A whole cheesecake, bro.
Hey, what flavor was it? Just regular cheesecake?
Yeah, no, it was a strawberry cheesecake.
Ooh,
yeah, and he had took that home and stuffed it in his pants and walked out.
What?
I was scared than a bitch. I was like, oh, hell nah. But we went down the street and ate that bitch. It was good.
That's crazy.
And then I started to fail school, bro. Like, and I was gonna get held back in ninth grade. And then I was like, hell no, I'm out. And I was dating this girl, and I was like, no, I don't want to be in a relationship either. I'm out. So you know what I'm saying? I was like, I'm too young. And so I moved. That's the reason I moved, because I wanted to better myself. And it was a hard transition, because by the time I moved out here, my father was diagnosed with cancer. But whenever I was over there, I didn't know. So that's what made it hard on me, because I'm just stuck over here now. Like, I know my dad's passing away, but there's nothing I can do about it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then like my older brother was kind of like throwing everything on me as if I didn't care because I moved. And
so it was like a family battle. Like, it was
it was hard.
Oh man.
But, after a while, like, it all worked out. Like, I moved my father from where he was out to over here so I could take care of him. Because like everybody, like my dad was running shit out there because he had like apparently he was a part of like some mafia or some shit. But like I know he did a lot of illegal like things to make his money. Yeah. I mean, we went from like the trailer parks to like the white neighborhoods, man. Like 2-story houses, bro. Like, for
I
real.
like this house.
Yeah, I was like, what the fuck? But it was dope. But all of his guys and his people that were always around, vanished after like he couldn't make any more money because he was too sick. So
Interesting.
no one was there to take care of him. So we
Hmm.
had to fly him out here. Yeah, but
That's tough, man.
yeah, it was hard. It was hard, you know.
What did your dad instill in you like whenever he was around? What do you think you got from your dad?
Oh man, my work ethic, man.
Yeah.
It sucks though. It's a love hate thing because I hate it
Uh-huh.
because my father, he never spent time with me
Uh-huh.
because he was always busy working and he was always doing his thing and
Mhm.
we were just there
See
at
him
the
and
house
son.
hanging out. All I had was my brothers, you know what I mean?
Mhm.
And I can see that I'm picking up those characteristics as I
Yeah.
get older.
How many hours you got on your sewing machine again?
Like, man, that thing like
It's
it's
a
like
lot.
almost 400 hours, and it's been a year since I had it.
So how do you stay like sane doing that stuff over and over? Because you got to
And
think
that's
you're
just
sewing
one of my
machine.
sewing machines, man.
That's one of them. So
Yeah,
you got other ones.
yeah, I got like four. But
Okay.
how do
Damn.
I stay sane?
Yeah, like cause you got to think you're in your room cooped up. That's
Man,
a lot of time on a
I look
machine.
at magazines and I take out pictures, a lot of them that inspire me, and I put them up on my wall so I can like every corner I look, I have
Inspiration.
something
Uh-huh.
different, and I always listen to like the new music coming out,
Yeah.
all kinds of genres. I listen to like televised radio, what is it called?
Virgil Abloh.
Yeah, and then Momento,
Oh,
whatever it's called.
Mori.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
that's the
The Weekend.
selection, and then I listen to a lot of podcasts,
Mhm.
and listening to like the shoes version, Dominic,
Mhm.
I forget his last name, but like he had a story about how he went crazy, and hearing other people's story kind of makes you aware and helps you like look out from
Mhm.
going crazy.
Yeah.
I take a
No.
lot of breaks, I go outside, I sit
Mhm.
there with my dogs, and I chill with them for a little bit.
It's kind of like a meditation almost.
Yeah,
You just
and
get
if
away
I'm
from
not like,
everything.
I mean, like that's the one of the reasons why I kind of got into music is because like it took me away from like all of the loud like banging and like sewing
Mhm.
machine noises and like
Mhm.
just the repetitiveness, and it put me in a whole nother world, and like it's something to do, you know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Like while I'm not making clothes
Yeah.
or while I'm not drawing or working
Mhm.
on something in regards to business.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Because you just recently started actually dropping music consistently. So
Yeah.
how did you like? Is that what you do it as kind of an escape, like to express yourself?
Yeah, I
That's the
mean
type of
like
vibe.
like I said, I'm a creator, man. Like I just like to create things in general.
Mhm.
So like I wouldn't really say anything isn't serious because everything that I do in regards to creativity is taken seriously.
Mm.
It does take me away from the craft of sewing and take my mind off of that because it does get stressful, very stressful, and sometimes I just don't even want to touch it or get started. And usually that's the hardest part is just
Bruh.
getting started because once you get started, it's easy. But like once you do it so much, you don't even want to just get started. You know what I
Mhm.
mean? And then like finding another addiction that kind of takes you away
Mhm.
from that
Mm.
makes you want it again.
Mhm.
Once you start to get tired of that for a little bit.
Yeah.
So it's like, but like in 2018, it's one of those things to where why not be good at a lot of things, like take your time at one thing, get good at it, and then like do the same with the other. I mean, I started music before fashion.
Uh-huh.
I was in fifth grade dropping music on MySpace.
Hey.
Yeah, bro. Yeah, I had
MySpace
that. Like my
song.
brothers were older, so like
Oh, okay, gotcha.
I grew up in a black neighborhood, right?
Yeah,
So
so it
like
was
Fayetteville,
just-
North Carolina, man, come on, shout out to Cold Forest Hill Drive type shit. But yeah, I mean we were just in the garage cooling it. They wanted to be rappers. There was like neighborhood beef with the rappers, and
Oh,
I was a rapper and I was
yeah.
part of their clique, and my name was Dominic Nguyen. Like
What?
I don't know, bro. They called me that, so I thought it was
You're
cool.
like, hey, what? Yeah, we
Yeah.
good. Yeah, you don't know no better. You know what I mean? It's just like
Yeah.
that's just how I was raised.
Yeah.
That's crazy, man. So basically, music is almost like a balance. It's kind of like therapy for you to get away from the monotony of doing that same
Yeah,
over
and
and
it's
over
fun, bro, because
Yeah.
it's like it doesn't have to be real life. It could be anything. It's creativity. Like you could talk about made up things and keep it entertaining. You know what I mean? Or open somebody's mind, or You know, like
You go
it's like yeah,
everywhere
it's
with it.
everywhere with like, and same as fashion, you know.
Mm.
But it's completely different because I mean, obviously, it's all coming from your brain, your
Mm-hmm.
thoughts, right? Which
Mm-hmm.
isn't even real yet,
Mm.
but it becomes real after you think it
After
and
you
let
create
it
it.
out and
Yeah.
make it. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Like, so anybody could say it's whack, but trash, like I said, one trash. Well, I mean, like trash to one man is like fucking fire to somebody
Yeah.
else. So like, no matter what, like as I grow older, I just like start to like not care about what people think anymore because when I go and listen to it and I get a good laugh out of it, or if I like think it's dope or like there's a sick drop to something, I'm
Mm-hmm.
like, yo,
Yeah.
I fuck with it. I don't care what you think.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. Everything's
Yeah.
subjective at the end of the
Kind of
day.
like what you said. I think I listened to the podcast from yesterday, and
Mm.
you were talking about you don't care because you do it for you.
Mm.
And a long time ago, we had a conversation about that when I was like asking about something like mastering or something like that.
Mhm. Oh yeah, yeah,
And,
yeah.
and like
I remember
we were
that.
drinking or whatever, and you had told me that like that's the reason why you make music, and like there was a reason why like you had stopped a little bit, but then that's what helped you like start making it again because you were too worried about what everyone else was thinking. And when I first moved out here, I was worried about what everyone else would think of me being a rapper along with all of my friends.
Mm-hmm.
So I was like, well, let me just do fashion.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But now you got to the point where, hey man, I'm gonna make music, for me regardless. You know what I mean? Like, so it doesn't
Yeah.
even matter if you know me as Hollywood Mo, or if you know me as Mozart, or if you know me as Mozart Studios. Like either way it goes, like I'm doing something I love. It could be music or fashion. Doesn't even
Yeah.
matter. You know what I mean?
Even if it's just like business, bro. Like I have like some tricks up my sleeves that I plan on like doing like with like just business using like being an affiliate with like other brands and like making sales and even like setting up websites and like being like the middleman type shit and just like try to find like a different sources of income. Like I
Yeah.
could be like the fashion guru, but like I'm not gonna make all of my money just from that. I'm trying to like make big bank. feel me?
I feel you. I feel you. I feel you. That's what's
Yeah.
up, man. So, where'd you get the name Mozart? How'd you get that?
Well, my name's Dominic. You know, people call me Dom. People call me Damo. Damo was always my like nickname, or Dominic. No, I'm playing. But Damo. So like one day, like one of my other friends had called me Mo because Damo. I'm like, that's different. No one ever called me Mo. And so like eventually, I named my like Hollywood Mo came from J. Cole. Because you know that song, Hollywood Cole.
Okay, yeah.
Man, I was high as hell listening to that hoe, and I was vibing, man. The first time I listened to that song, Hollywood Cole, and I was like, Hollywood Mo. And I was live, man, bro. I'll tell you, man. And then that's I was like, all right, well, damn, man. I think I'm going to call myself that now because I'm not going Hollywood. People may think I'm going Hollywood, but I have dreams of going Hollywood.
Yeah.
I'm not Hollywood. I have dreams of becoming Hollywood, which is like not really going Hollywood, but it's a saying.
Getting
like
to
I
that
wanna
pinnacle.
I wanna get big. I wanna blow up.
Uh-huh.
And the reason why you think I'm Hollywood is
Uh-huh.
because I'm working. I'm
Yeah.
too busy to talk to you. You
Like,
feel
nah,
me?
I don't have time, man.
Exactly.
That's
I didn't.
not
I didn't.
anything
Yeah.
against you.
I'm not
Yeah.
too cool for you now.
Uh-huh.
I'm just busy.
Yeah.
And that's where
That's
that
where that
Hollywood
came
Mo came from. But Mozart
Uh-huh.
is basically like I wanted like a rap name or whatever. So I started calling myself Mozart. But it's basically Mo's like Dominic's
Yeah.
art. Mo's
Like
art.
your art.
My art. So
But it's
everything I
Mo's art.
create that I do make is my form of art.
Yeah.
And everything and anything can be a canvas.
Okay.
Yeah.
Dang. Okay, so with Mozart Studios specifically, you're not. This isn't just a clothing brand or anything like this. You're making backpacks from scratch. You're making you're making chef aprons from scratch. You're doing all types of stuff.
Apron, like chef aprons, tattoo aprons, barber aprons, chef coats.
You made duffel
Boot
bags.
duffel bags, hats.
Oh yeah, that's
yeah, some utility vests. You know what I'm saying?
yeah. Alexander for the homie Alexander Lewis. Shout out Alexander Lewis.
And I made some cool shit for like even Alexander Lewis, William S.
Mm-hmm.
What's his name? Callion Fox.
Hey, you made something for Doja Cat. What was
Oh,
that?
Doja Cat. Oh man, it's like a
You said something about bananas or something
yeah,
like
it's
that?
like a early 1950s, I believe, or 1920s, like banana skirt,
Uh,
and I had made that for Doja Cat, like 4 or 5 years ago.
uh-huh. Yeah.
Which was really cool, man. Like
Mm.
to see her
Was she the
actually.
first one, like the first big person, like actually hit you up or anything like that?
No, I think I've made. I mean, Dizzy Wright. Shouts
Mm.
out to Raheem for linking up with Dizzy Wright for me. He had, you know, rocked one of my hats back in the day.
Mm-hmm.
There's so many, like a handful of like famous people that's like fucked with my shit now
Yeah.
to the point I can't remember.
You don't remember who the first one was?
Yeah, the first person I
Like
can't.
you were like, oh, I actually talked with this guy. Like
Yeah,
what?
I mean, but I met a lot of like famous people from Southwest, and I showed a lot of famous people my like products and stuff like
Mm.
that, or like my invention when I first
Oh,
started
you're talking about
off.
South by Southwest?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, got you.
But I can't really remember who the first
The
like
very
real.
first person was.
Yeah, it might have been Doja Cat, but I think I've made something for somebody else way before.
Mm.
Can't
Who
remember.
who was that guy that you were talking about that you were talking to about the Thatcher hat and he wanted to invest or something like that?
Oh, nah, man. So the big story on like the guy that I talked to, I'm not sure if we're talking about the same story, but
It's
vintage frames.
yeah, okay, yeah.
Yeah, I
That's the
think
same
his
story
name
I'm
is
talking about.
I forget his name. I think it's Corey like Shapiro or something like that.
Mhm.
And I think it's like a Jew guy. But he's from Canada.
Okay.
And yeah, so like I'm over here online just sending my shit out to influencers, hitting up rappers, big people, business owners, and Vintage Frames. The owner of that, he basically sells all of the like cool ass old sunglasses to all the rappers, and he was like
Mm.
really popping like maybe 2 years ago, but he's still making his money doing collabs with like all these influencers. So I had like hit him up and be like, hey man, I just wanted to see if I can send you a hat and see what you think of my new product, and he was open to it. He gave me his phone number. I had talked to him on the phone, um, and I sent him the product, and
Mhm.
he got it, and he's like, I call him whenever he gets it. He was like, yeah, man, it's really cool. I love the concept. I hate hockey. You gave me a hockey hat. I was like, fuck, nigga, you need to tell me shit, man.
Yeah.
But so what happened was that he was like, it was really dope, but you need some development work. You need to. I would make more prototypes and redevelop it. And I was like,
Mm.
damn. Out of all the people I've showed with this first prototype, after I'd done launched my business,
Mm.
everybody had told me that it was cool, and
Mhm.
I believed everyone,
Mhm.
but they weren't thinking like he was.
Mhm.
He doesn't know me, but everybody else does. So that was a lesson learned to go see what the outside world thinks about my product rather than like my inner circle. Because at the end of the day, like they could say it's dope, but you launch it and the whole world think it's whack.
Mhm.
I shut down my website then
Mhm.
and did like 30 more different prototypes and
On
relaunched.
the Thatcher hats.
Yeah, and then got another another website, rebranded the logo,
Mhm.
did all that. Yeah, did another video. It was fun.
And then, so what led you to cutting Thatcher hats out, like just ending it?
Well, the market it changed drastically. Like it everybody that was wearing flat billed hats like stopped in a heartbeat because the trend was
The
the
dad
dad
hats.
hats. Yeah, the
Okay.
unconstructed hats.
Mhm.
Those came back into style. I'm sorry, Umir. It's not like that. It's not like that, man. But like, and I'm in the fashion industry and I care about it.
Mhm.
And I just felt like the whole hat thing was kind of holding me back from everything that I really wanted to do.
Ooh, Jim.
I mean, I made my money off of Touch It.
Mhm.
I profited off of it. I didn't lose any money.
Mhm.
So I just look at it as a learning lesson and a exit strategy.
Ah, nice.
So I got out of there and then started doing the cut and sew. And
What was
it
the first
was-
thing that you like made that you were like, oh, I can actually really do this?
I mean, after the hats,
Yeah, after the hats, like you made like a sweat? Did you make a
Oh
sweater or
man.
something, and you were like, oh, I
Yeah.
can make anything?
Yeah. Oh yeah. Wait, I didn't really make something from scratch. What I did the first time was reconstruct something. I took
Okay.
a vintage cowboy sweater
Mhm.
and
Oh yeah, I remember that.
made it into the fucking sweatpants.
Yes. Yep.
So like it was like a medium men's sweater, but I made it into a small sweatpants, and I just gave it to this girl I was dating because I was like, all right, here you go, little mama. These don't fit me anyway. So I
Yeah.
had gave it to her, and them hoes were clean.
Mhm.
Yeah,
So that was the first one.
it felt
First thing.
good. Yeah, but the first thing I really made from scratch
Mhm.
was this. I guess you can call it like a kind of like a sweater
Mhm.
or like a long sleeve, and it was this gold. It looks like a curtain material,
Mm.
all gold, and
Mhm.
then one sleeve is like a light purple,
Okay.
and it has like paisley floral designs on it.
Okay.
Yeah, that hoe was kind of icy.
That was whenever Paisley was like super hot. It was like on
Yeah,
everything. Yeah.
yeah.
And you made a whole
I made the fit.
fit
I made
out
the
of that
shorts
shit.
with it too. Yeah,
You did make the shorts
yeah. I
too?
made the
Damn.
shorts with it. Yeah,
That's crazy. So yeah, I mean, the thing about it is that what people don't understand is like there's trials and tribulations with anything. Like you said, whenever you said the hardest part is getting started.
yeah,
Like it's always the hardest part. But once you get into that flow and then you like something sparks that that energy where you're like, oh, I'm actually good at this. Oh, let me just keep going. Let me go all in on this. You know what I mean?
yeah.
I think that's what happened with Tatchet. But then you saw that there's even a bigger picture to it. Like it's not just hats. You don't gotta limit yourself to just hats.
Right.
Now you way
I
out
mean,
here.
like, yeah, and I could always use that idea for later whenever it's ready.
Mhm.
You know, whenever if the market ever shows that like there's a market for like selling those hats again, or just that style with like the cool brims on it. I'm
Yeah,
gonna have
yeah,
to pull it back out.
yeah.
You know?
You always got it there. So.
Yeah, it's there. It's the part of Mozart's studio now. So
Mhm.
yeah, dude.
Were you were in wrestling, right, in high school?
Yeah.
How did that help shape you as a
Man,
person?
oh my God, I did it for 8 years.
You did it in North Carolina too?
Yeah,
Oh, I didn't know that. I
yeah.
thought you just started wrestling over
Man,
there
yeah,
as well.
I joined wrestling when I was young, bro, because my grandpa like fucked with the WWE like heavy, bro, and like
If
he
you
was an Irish,
smack.
yeah, he was an Irish man, so like.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, like I was like, oh damn, I fuck with this shit too. And then like after walking home like plenty of times, like from school to home, like I would get picked on and jumped. People would beat me up for being Asian.
Damn.
I was like, man, fuck this. I'm gonna join the wrestling, man.
Start whooping ass.
Yeah, I was like, I'm about to go Rey Mysterio on these motherfuckers, bro. Fucking pull up like a fucking Eddie Guerrero type shit.
Hey,
Man,
we
hey.
lie, we cheat, we
Yeah.
steal.
Yeah, Viva la raza, man.
Yeah.
But so yeah, and I mean, I joined wrestling. That shaped me in a lot of ways, dude. I'd say the best thing about it is the discipline.
Mm.
Like it really teaches you how to like get your shit together, you know,
Mhm.
or like make sacrifices and like just deal with it,
Yeah.
you know, or it's like, dude, cutting weight and not being able to eat for like a whole night or a whole day, and then like running around in sauna suit, sweating all the water that you have in
Yeah.
your system, and like weighing in when you're
Mhm.
dehydrated, man.
That's a different type of
It's
life
a whole
right
nother
there.
ball game,
Yeah.
bro. Like once you experience that,
Mhm.
you think fasting is hard. Once you experience like this shit,
Mm.
it's like a whole nother ball game. It's like, dude, I don't even.
Cause y'all would have to lose like 10 pounds in like a day almost, right? Or something
Yeah,
like that.
yeah,
It'd be something
like
heavy.
yeah, there would be like last minute decisions and calls. There'll be like, yo, we need you to go down a weight class or wrestle up a weight class, and then you'll be like, either at your weight class or even a lower one, and then they're gonna make you wrestle like, let's say you're 125, they're gonna make you wrestle 135 because no one has that spot. Like, there's no one,
Yeah.
you
So
know,
you gotta
to
take that
cover it, so
slot.
you have to like help the team out. And then you go in there, wrestle a bigger guy, and get manhandled type shit. You know what I'm saying? It's like,
Get
damn.
bragged on everywhere. You're like,
Mhm.
man, that's funny.
Yeah, but I mean, it's a really disciplined sport because you're not dependent on anyone but yourself. I mean, during your training, yes, you're dependent on people, but
Well, the
whenever,
coaching, yes. You need
yeah, and
coaching.
then as a team, yeah, you guys are dependent on each other. But once you're in that on the mat with another person,
one-on-one.
it's one-on-one, man. And if you win, it's because of you.
Mm-hmm.
It's because of you. You know
You
what
got
I'm
the
saying?
will.
Like,
You had more will
yeah,
than the other
yeah.
guy.
Like,
That's
there's
it.
no one else to blame if you lose.
Mm-hmm.
So that was like one of the best things about it was the discipline.
Yeah.
But it also taught me how to take a loss. You know, because there are people that are out there that are stronger than you physically or have better experience than you, and they will beat you.
Yeah,
But you
there's
learn
always
from it.
somebody out there that you like. They
It's
got me.
kind of like business, bro. Like you look at the brackets, you look at who you're going against, you look at who's in the other bracket. After you win your match, you look at the bracket again and see where everybody else is, and you study these people whenever you're watching the matches go on at the tournaments and stuff. It's like you're looking at your competitors. You're like, all right, okay, he does that move. He does the 3/4 Nelson all the time. He shoots for a low single. I need to watch out for that. So it's kind of like a UFC thing, like whenever they're going through their camp, you're doing that throughout the season at every tournament, and you're like, oh, fuck, this guy's fucking everybody up, and I gotta wrestle him. I got there like luckily through an easy way, you know what I'm saying? And he went through all the hard people, first seed, and I'm like, damn, bro.
Man.
Yeah, but it's fucking like cool. I miss it, but then when I think about it and like working out, and then like just cutting weight,
It's
I'm
tough,
just like,
man.
nah.
That's tough.
At this age, it's like, dude, you're like almost to your prime. Like, you have the chance to like join the UFC. Like go train and like get good. But it's like, nah, it's not my thing.
That's not.
There's people that keep trying to get me to do it, like to
For
this
real?
day, yeah. And you're like, he does like no-gi and grappling.
Are you talking about Cody or somebody else?
Somebody else that trains and teaches, and he wants me to like go to his gym so he can like.
Does he do jujitsu?
Yeah.
He teaches.
Well, it's
jujitsu?
more like no-gi and like grappling and.
Just like tossing, like moving, like
no,
manipulating people.
like
what is no?
People,
I don't know.
Like people that do grappling don't really like jujitsu. But yeah, like
it's wrestling then.
It's jujitsu mixed with wrestling and all of that, like choking and all of that stuff. Yeah, it's just grappling. They just call it grappling or whatever.
It's a combination of all that, basically.
Yeah. Jujitsu, like the reason why people don't like jujitsu is because you're not aware of
Is it
punches? Yeah. So you're over here training and you're not expecting to get hit, but when you're in a real fight, you
get popped.
Yeah, you're over here getting popped. You're like, oh, how is he doing this? Because my training has taught me how to do jujitsu. It's like, nah, bro. You gotta learn how to do combat jujitsu.
Everything. Yeah, combat jujitsu.
Yeah, like Eddie Bravo said. So.
But did you watch the press conference with McGregor? And
yeah.
What do you think about that?
I came to smash face. No, like I think McGregor, the way he's talking this time doesn't really seem too harsh as it.
You don't think so? I think he went.
I think he did, but he seems like he's a little scared, in my opinion. I feel like I can hear more emotion in his voice.
Okay, I get you. Now,
you know what I mean?
Like
it's like more emotion rather than just an act.
Yeah.
And I feel like it could be bugging him, like, like he's like, oh man, if he touches me and grabs me, I'm gonna get my ass whooped. There's no getting away from him,
Yeah. See, for me, it came off as like he was just really confident. I was like, okay, because I see all the videos and stuff, and it gets me how I'm like, oh, Conor looks like he's about to go in. And he was talking about every camp session is a war zone. There's a war, like, and I love to hear that. But I know Khabib, it's the same thing. Like
Khabib trains with like DC.
Huh?
Like training with DC, bro.
Oh, yeah.
DC is, a monster. So I mean, whenever you watch DC fight, it's kind of like this fool finna get knocked out. Yeah. Because the way he stands, he shaped the way he shaped like a meatball. Weird, you know what I'm saying? Like you got John Jones fighting DC. You're like, I'm going for John Jones because DC does not look like he fights this shit. But he knows how to fight.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. Well, John Jones is coming back.
Yeah.
I saw that. So, but when do you think he's coming back? Because Dana White on the press conference said he's not coming back on the New York, the UFC after this UFC.
So a minute.
So he might not come back for a minute. But
I'm not even worried about it, man. I'm just ready to see this Khabib fight. Yeah. I'm ready to see Zabit fight somebody else.
Oh yeah.
Like, cause Zabit, bro, he's like on some other shit.
Yeah.
It's different.
Well, give me a prediction then. Who you think's gonna win the McGregor Khabib fight then? After the press conference, now what you think? Now that you see them size each other up.
I still think Khabib's gonna win. I got faith in him, man.
Just off top of wrestling, basically. Because he's not gonna outbox. He's not gonna outstrike.
It's just I mean, he could outstrike him because as soon as it's on the ground,
Well, I'm saying standing up. Like,
Standing up,
yeah.
that's the problem.
Yeah,
So
see,
like,
that's what I'm
yeah,
saying.
as long as McGregor keeps a distance and land shots accurately with the power, he could knock him out.
Yeah.
But if Habib like puts pressure on him like consistently moving forward, but
That's gonna be.
and ready to take these hits. If you're ready
Yeah.
to take these hits, then you know maybe you can take him. I don't know.
Yeah.
It's Conor McGregor, so you never know. You might have to shoot a low single just to dodge that shit.
Uh-huh.
Grab that ankle, work your way up.
Try and get him down.
And then just clinch, grab his bottom legs, do the figure four around them hoes, and just start wailing on him. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, I know exactly what
yeah,
like.
so
It's
you're
like
over
a snake.
here like a
It's
worm,
like
and you're over
snake.
here like trying to crawl away. You know what I'm saying?
He's just like, nah, you ain't going nowhere. Yeah.
So like, I think as long as he gets a hold of him, then it's over. Conor McGregor, he gets tired on the ground easily.
Yeah, that's true. He
Yeah.
gasses out. So I guess we'll have to see.
I mean, and Habib also knows submissions too. But if he wants to be a stupid ass, he'd stand up and lose the fight. But I don't think he's gonna be stupid this fight.
Khabib?
Yeah, I think he's gonna smash face.
He's just gonna go straight for the takedown.
Yeah.
Damn. Okay. Well, you know, what's it called? Is Tony Ferguson's on that card too? He's
Yeah.
fighting, Anthony Pettis. What do you think
Ferguson?
about that fight? That's gonna be a crazy one because they're both like just crazy with their striking.
Yeah, I think Ferguson has crazy elbows though. So like,
Ferguson got it.
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah, and he's really long. I think he got it. He's been doing it for a good minute too.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
So with Mozart, what really inspires you? Does your culture inspire you? Like your own culture, or what exactly?
Oh man, it's just my
Gets it.
mind. Everything that it's kind of hard to say, bro. Like I think it's my life. Everything that I've been through and seen, and whatever I think is fucking cool.
Yeah.
You know, I don't really like fall into a category of like Asian culture. I grew up, I'm from Philadelphia, so
So you're still not even in that area, that type of culture. You're
yeah,
going
yeah.
to
So
all
I
these
grew
places.
I was born in Philadelphia, and I was raised in North Carolina.
And now you're here.
And now I'm here. But I mean, I've traveled all over the United States, but never been outside the country. I've hung out with a lot of groups of people, ranging from like just groups of just straight black people, the groups of just straight Asian people, to straight Mexicans. I was that one Asian in all those groups besides the group of Asians. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I kind of experienced like different people's cultures and different types of Asian culture. And I'm just it's 2018. It's 2018. I'm just like, damn, dude, like everybody's one. It's coming to that, like all of this like infusing culture appropriation bullshit is not something that I've ever dealt with. We've always learned from each other's cultures and like kind of built off of it, and like whatever we thought was cool or dope or something that we learned, we would use it for our daily lives.
Yeah, just because it's started with them doesn't mean that, hey man, I like that shit too. You know?
I mean, like that's the reason why I pulled out the braids, man. I mean, I was like, hey yo, Sean, we about to get the wave caps. We put out the wave caps and shit, bro.
Yeah.
But it's like a culture that we have that we created together, because I wouldn't be doing that shit if I was just like in Vietnam.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Totally different lifestyle.
Yeah. But yeah, Mozart, it just comes from a lot of like the things I think about, man, like and I think about a lot of things ranging from like money and like let's say like universal basic income, all the way to like aliens, all the way to like flat earth, all the way to like
what do you think
the
about
government.
Yeah, like
to love.
Whenever you're working on these ideas, do you smoke?
Is
Is it
legal?
Never mind, I guess.
No, I'm playing. Yeah, I do smoke. I do.
Yeah.
You know,
It helps your creativity, right?
I can't really say that it helps my creativity, but whenever I do, I'm more productive and I create more. But I can't really say that it does, but it probably does, you know?
Yeah.
Because
in a
I
certain
remember,
aspect.
there was a year whenever I was on probation and I couldn't smoke, and that whole year I had a lot of time on my hands, and I I went out a lot. I drank more. I don't even drink now, but I would drink every week. I'd go out every week, and I would make one thing here or there, but that's about it.
You weren't really
And
focused
by the
on
time
your.
I was off probation, I was like, yo, I'm probably not gonna smoke anymore. Somebody had, and then, so
Yeah.
I had hit something, and then I could,
And one thing led to
it was,
another.
yeah. After I went to Hollywood, remember when we went to Hollywood, and I was like,
Yeah, those were
yo,
great times.
I had gelato for the first time, and I was like, dude, why did I stop? Oh yeah, the law, but still, you know what I mean?
Yeah. Oh yeah, the
Yeah,
law,
and then
but
ever
alright.
since, bro, I just been out here,
Yeah.
taking fabrics, infusing them with other fabrics with some thread, making babies, and boom.
Yeah, making clean
Yeah.
ass shit.
Mhm.
That shit's crazy because whenever we were out there, we actually did a lot of work, and a lot of those songs are coming out now on Spotify.
Oh yeah, man.
Like all those songs and all those videos that we did, like that shit was just
Being
it
out
just a
there
good
was
time.
actually like a really cool experience as a, as a fashion guy, because like you guys seeing how like producers work, together when it comes down to like creating a beat and like finding like the right melody or like tempo for something, or
Yeah.
infusing each other's styles, man. That's like the dopest. Like seeing all these guys just stand here at like a screen, big ass speakers, just trying to find it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then sometimes like after a while, everybody's getting tired. One guy has to go out, or everybody just takes a long ass break, and then you looking through the window, somebody's on the computer trying to figure it out. Yeah. And then
Still
there's
like,
just
nah,
hits
forget
after hits after hits.
Yeah.
I'm like, damn. You got one nigga over here pulling his hair, getting mad. I'm like, that's how serious this shit is to people, bro. Like, you gotta take your craft serious.
People don't understand how serious
Yeah,
it gets, man. They think it's a
Man.
game. They think it's just no,
Bro,
we
if
actually handle up on this.
If you're not like getting stressed out about your work sometimes, or if you're not like making people laugh at you because of your ideas, then like you need to go harder.
Yeah.
You need to go
man.
fucking hard, bro, because like I know my music shit ain't even serious, but I be talking like stupid about it and people be laughing at me and it's funny, but it's like so stupid and funny to the point that it could be true. You know what I mean? Like there's a possibility for everything, even if it's like me saying that like I'm about to make Kanye West's custom thong. You know?
Never know.
Like y'all could think it's
never
funny
know.
as fuck and be laughing at me, but I could have sold that hoe for a
What
mil.
color would it be?
It'd probably be camouflage.
Damn, that's fire. That's
Yeah,
that's
man,
fire.
with the Yeezy and like a bright orange on it. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, yeah. Hey, okay.
Yeah, man.
Nah, but I mean, yeah. The thing about it is that people, we just, I don't know. Maybe we're just built differently. You know what I mean? Like maybe we're crazy about it. Cause at the end of the day, I was thinking about this today. I feel like genius is like, cause we were talking about how do you stay sane. I feel like genius is like that gray area between like really insane and like actually creative. You're pushing the boundaries. Like you're right in between, because you could go this way and then people really look at you crazy. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like people really look at Kanye and they think he's crazy. I see it,
But I think he's normal, bro.
That's what I'm saying. I see it. I see what he's
Everybody-
talking about. But
People be pissing me the fuck off, man. I tell
Yeah.
you, like, whenever they hate somebody because of something that they think, and I'm like, damn, well, there goes out, the First Amendment or whatever it is.
Yeah,
You know,
it's like my thoughts are really that important to you.
Yeah, like we have the freedom of thinking, man, and you just get out of here. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like people, like everybody has their own opinion, and the world's too big to care about one person's thoughts. And like I feel like the world's too big for anyone to even really care about mine, because I don't care about what they think about mine. But I know that's a bad thing, because I need to utilize my platforms and social media to get out there and be more up close and personal with people.
It's tough, man.
But man, when I'm in the zone, I'm in the zone, and I don't feel like getting on my phone telling y'all like what I got, going on, because I'm so like into it. You know what I mean? But that's a problem.
Yeah.
Like the way everything's changing now, it's like we have to be more personal. You can't just be a brand without interacting with people and like making people feel like you're a part of it. You have to make them feel that.
Yeah, no, they gotta feel you like as a person. Like
Yeah.
whenever I started this because I've been thinking all night. Like I couldn't really sleep last night, and I was just thinking like this podcast is really gonna help me get out my thoughts, because I don't like just typing it on Facebook or Twitter because people will read it and they'll think like they'll get it out of context. You know what I mean? But really, I'm just here to help. Like I'm just here to like inspire you. I'm not trying to be arrogant at all.
I totally understand, man. There's
it's
so
like,
many
dude,
times like I would type a tweet,
erase
I tweet it, and I'm just like nah, because no one cares.
Yeah, and I mean they won't they won't understand it even if
and it's just like a big pool of opinions that like it's just kind of like damn, dude, I got other better shit to do. You know?
Yeah.
But I would much rather influence people and like say things just from talking and saying it in person or through interacting like what we're doing right now.
Yeah.
The whole like tweeting thing, it's just like too much work, man. And like I'm probably like low-key dyslexic.
You a little slow?
I mean, like I'm not like the smartest person in the world, you know, but I am Asian, so you know it is kind of superior.
Yeah, you just get lucky sometimes, huh?
Man, I don't know, dude. Like, I always had like trouble reading when I was young. Like, I would read so slow, bro. And like on top of that, every time the teacher called me out, I'd be like, "Fuck," so to read. I'm like, "Fuck, man," and that shit would give me anxiety, and I didn't know what anxiety was. So I've always had like anxiety about shit because I would get nervous. But like, man, yeah, I would read slow, and then after I just hated reading, so I never read. And then after I graduated, that's when I started opening up books.
Bruh, the thing about it is that whenever we're in school, they give us books that we don't want to read. Like if you gave us something that we actually wanted to read, like learn about or something, I'm all in because I read like all day, every day.
Elementary school, 1st to 5th grade, learn all the basic shit that you need to know: basic math, basic reading, writing, and get that shit out the way.
Yeah.
And then like they should make middle school a little structured to where you have a little bit of physical activity, a little bit of like learning like about the history, or if I mean not only if they like change the books and like put the real shit in it rather than all the bullshit that they be teaching us, because all of that shit is like made from like I think I heard like Joe Rogan and I forget
it's
who
made
else.
up.
No, it's not made up, but like the person in charge of it of the school curriculum is I think Roosevelt or something like that. Yeah, Teddy Roosevelt. And yeah,
and he just had his shit, his agenda.
Yeah, they had like just changed a little bit of things of the history, like into like to their perception, and made it look like they're good guys and all that good shit.
So are you running for president? You got it all figured out,
no, I'm trying to like what I'm trying to say is Yeezy is going to be
Yeezy's the president?
Yeah, Yeezy's been the president in my head, bro.
Yeah, man, he's a people's champ.
He's inspired me a lot, but
bruh, I mean, who hasn't he inspired? Like, okay, I'll tell. Whenever I first started making music, well, this is the thing that inspired me to make music. I was on YouTube. YouTube just started at this time. This is like 9 or 10 years ago, like long time ago. And I'm just, and then somehow I'm listening to Kanye West songs first off. So I'm listening. Then there was a video. It was Kanye West in the studio, and he started making a beat, and he was just chopping up a sample, and he was just playing a sample, like, and then he's like, man, and you could tell him, you could see he was getting frustrated, and he's like, hey, man, we're going to figure this out, though. We're going to figure this out, because at that time, studio time is a lot of money. You know what I mean? It's all that equipment, it's like, we got to have something if we go there.
Yeah, that's the only way, like, you can do anything at that time, because, like, you don't know about anything else. You don't know how to do it yourself,
Yeah, so he's in there trying to figure it out. Then all of a sudden, yep, that's the video. That's the video right there. And I was just like, man, I want to do that. I want people to feel that way. I want to feel that way and show people how something I made. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, and that's something that I'll never, ever in my life forget, Like, that, yeah, you go ahead and turn it up. You can turn it up a little bit.
So you said that bro, one of the first things that kind of inspired me to, like, want to be a producer was Ryan Leslie. Oh, yeah. Dude, oh, my God. And then he would like go up to the mic and start making the noises, and then like take all the instruments and shit. I'm like, dude, that is dope, because everybody's over here like making shit like with a keypad or the computer, and then you see somebody like saying fuck all that.
Yeah,
Let me show you how hard I go.
Yeah,
I'm not even gonna say a real word in the song. I'm just gonna mumble. You know what I mean? Like, and that shit was dope.
Yeah, like this is like turn it up right here. This is the part that he's like trying to figure it out. Look.
This is where it gets to be a bitch and shit. No matter matter how much work, no matter whatever, how many hit records and shit, if this motherfucker's from the shop, we gonna figure something out, man.
Watch.
Yeah.
Like, well, look what he turns this into.
Before I started all that, I was doing YouTube videos.
Oh, you were on YouTube? You were what, a vlogger or something, or what?
Nah, man, I was like
a comedian?
Yeah.
Like Cal Newman? You remember Cal Newman?
Nah.
You never knew watch Cal Newman? Oh man.
Bro, like you know who like what's his name? D Pride or whatever.
Yeah.
Dude, I fucked with his like comedy shit back before he was even a rapper. Like, this was, like, when I was young, bro. Like, I think, like, elementary school days.
What?
Dude. Yeah, and, like, he was funny as fuck.
Yeah.
So I was like, dude, man, I want to make some videos. Because I always had, like, ideas and, like, I had nothing to do. So, like, me and my best friends, like, would just, like, get together and, like, make YouTube videos. And it was kind of whack because, like, cameras back in the day, like, during our time was trash, bro. And they were expensive as fuck.
Yeah.
So, like, I had one. Yeah.
Like, that's the worst combination.
Yeah. So, like, I had one, bro, and I was, like, recording, but it didn't have any sound. So I always had to play music in the background.
Yeah.
But it was just of us doing stupid shit and, like, and then, like, we made some, like, music videos and parody music videos and shit.
Yeah.
And
was it you and, like, your homies? Like, who?
Me and my boy, Willie.
Oh, okay.
He goes by William Prize. He's from Fayetteville. He's a rapper, too.
Okay.
Yeah, and he's actually really lyrical when it comes down to, like, you know, his stuff. He's, like, on some J. Cole shit, you know?
Nice.
Yeah,
nice.
but he's the next thing out of the Ville, y'all.
Is he the one that you got a song with?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
But what you call it? Yeah, so we were like making videos like of Truth and Dare, and you know, I told him to go hunch a car. He hunched the car. We got it on film. You know, we did like some ding dong ditch type shit. You know what I'm saying? We were acting like we were fighting in the hood. You know, just stupid shit.
Okay, y'all were those type of kids.
Yeah, we were just outside all the time. You know, if we weren't doing that, we were playing basketball, football. And then trying to talk to some girls.
Yeah, that's what else is there to do? You know?
Yeah.
There's not much else, just that.
Yeah.
So do you do anything like right now? Any sports or workout, anything like that?
I do a lot of stretching.
Bruh, I was just about to say, man, I've been trying to do yoga. I've been trying to stay consistent. I fall off sometimes because I'll go play basketball. The next day I'll be too sore to do anything, so I'll just be like, no, I'm not going to stretch. But that shit helps a lot. Like, a lot.
So much. I've been feeling more alive lately because, like, like for like the past year or whatever, I was in so much pain, like ranging from like all the way from like the top of my spine where my head's connected all the way to my lower back into my right hip.
Oh yeah, I remember you telling me that
and
your
then
hip
my
was
right
like
knee.
displaced.
Yeah, it was like a pelvic tilt. But like my head wasn't aligned with my spine properly. It was kind of like twisted, going right to the right over here.
Damn.
My right, like, I had so much inflammation on my right side of the body, my head. My right vision was going blurry. I would talk about it to, like, everybody. Like, I'm pretty sure you remember.
Yeah, you told
like,
me. Yeah, you
I'm
told
like,
me.
damn, I don't know what's wrong with me, bro. I just feel like I'm not all there, you know? Like, something's up. And, you know, like, I'm thankful that I'm getting better. I really didn't know what was wrong with me. I don't know, like, if there still is something wrong with me. But, like, I've been stretching a lot. And I've been, smoking this stuff called CBD oil.
Yeah.
You know, so a little bit of that, and it's helped.
That helps a lot with inflammation.
Yeah, it does. And I just been stretching and like making sure like I'm sleeping properly, laying down right.
Oh yeah, that's a big thing right there.
Yeah, and you know my posture. Try to make sure I like sit up straight, or like whenever I'm driving. Cause that can mess it up as well.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's really important to me, and I think since I've been working out and wrestling for a really long time, that's really what fucked me up. And since I
Oh,
was
yeah.
working out at a young age, probably I worked out my whole life, man.
Really?
Yeah, like since I was young, me and my cousin, she's a girl. She's from Georgia. Like we were young, and she was like, I want to bet with you who can get abs first. So I was like, all right. So like I got abs in like 3rd grade. Yeah, dude. And then
That's funny.
but like since I think because of that, I think a lot of my stuff was just so tight, and as I was growing, everything didn't like stretch properly or something, or because like I don't know, my muscles were tense or some shit,
Yeah,
bro.
yeah.
But then like now like my spine is completely straight when I rub down it. It's not like going to its side or curving or
Ooh.
anything. I don't feel like a lot of pain when I'm walking.
Just
and
from
shit.
stretching?
Yeah, from stretching. And then like
Keys,
wearing different
keys.
shoes too. I wear my Birkenstocks a lot.
Okay.
Yeah, people be asking what are those, and I tell them
Yeah.
they're my Birkenstocks. They be like, they're ugly, and I'm like, yeah, but they're $170.
Ooh,
So
money.
shut the fuck up. You know what I'm saying?
Money.
Slip resistant. Looking at us.
So what type of
But-
music do you listen to?
That shit, well, like the Birkenstocks though. Like,
Oh,
it
yeah, I'm
helps,
sorry,
It
my
helps
bad.
build your feet. So like I used to have like really flat feet. I didn't really have like no arch at all.
Oh, yeah.
Now I have like an arch in my foot. Like in my, like I used to like not be able to use my toes. Like, you know how like you can move your fingers and like kind
Yeah.
of pinch.
Uh-huh.
I couldn't do that with my toes, but now I can. I know it's
Damn.
kind of weird, bro.
And
I don't
just
know.
from stretching.
Yeah, from stretching, yeah. And then not lifting weights anymore. Like I had to stop like working out like that, like, cause every time I did work out, I do stretching, cardio, and lift weights. But I'd work out my whole body.
Yeah. That's a lot of stress on your body at once too.
Yeah,
Nah.
really important thing, man. I don't think I'm gonna really let my kid do like a lot of like weightlifting when they're young, but I think as they get older, I think it'd be a better idea.
Yeah. Well, what's his name? I remember because we were talking about Kanye West. I remember he tweeted something about like dance, yoga, and meditate or something like that, and I saw it and I was like, that's keys right there, like for real, because whenever you're dancing, you're in your body. You know what I mean? You're moving. You might be dancing with a girl. You might be just moving your body. You're in your body. Yoga, you're in your body again. You're stretching. You feel all these muscles, and you're like holding poses, and you're like, you know what I mean? And but at the same time, it's like it's stretching too. So like your muscles are just, and you feel every muscle go like that.
Yeah.
And then meditate is just all mental at that point. So you just your whole body's just going.
It works perfect together because it's all a mental state. Like a lot of people can't, like, let's say like the biggest like weightlifter can't even like handle hot yoga because it's a mental state that he's not used to. It's too hot. He's sweating and he got too much muscles to be doing a posture like that to where everything's so tight.
Yep.
You know what I mean? But you got the 80-year-old old lady in there just like,
Killing it.
yeah, like this ain't nothing.
Yeah,
You know what I'm
I'm too
saying?
scared to go to yoga class, man, because I don't want to get.
Yeah.
They would body me, man. I'll go.
I
in there,
mean,
I'll
there might
I'm
be
done
some little
tanning.
mamas there, you know what I'm saying? So I might have to check it out. I don't know about the hot yoga.
No.
'cause,
High yoga.
you know,
nah.
there's old
We
people
out.
that might smell like some old booty chicks and some perfume.
Yeah,
you know?
nah,
And I ain't trying to smell that.
We out. We
So
out on
regular
that.
yoga is cool.
Yeah.
Hot yoga is too much.
So
Yeah, go ahead.
well, yeah, I was gonna ask you like, what music do you listen to? Like, who's inspiring you right
Oh,
now?
man, dude. Okay, so weirdest thing happened to me like a few weeks ago. I was on iTunes or whatever, and I was listening to new music out. And
Is it like a playlist or like what is? Or you're
it's
just
the
looking
top,
through
the top
Oh,
of
the
new
tops.
yeah.
Okay,
And dude, a
got you.
few weeks ago, and a country song came on, and it was good.
What song was it?
Bro,
was it?
I don't even know, bro. I tried to go back and find it, but I couldn't find it. So I
'Cause-
really don't know what song it was, but it was a modern day hip country song, and it was good as fuck. And I was like, dude, I hated country for like since I came out the womb. Besides the Over and Over Tim McGraw song, you know.
Over and over
Yeah,
again.
like you know, there's a couple of good country songs, but I was like, dude, what the fuck, this is good.
Yeah.
But I listened to like a lot of it's kind of hard because like my mind just wanders all the time, and I never know what I'm in the mood to listen to. So I listen to like a lot of random things, like a lot of like,
You'll go from rock to.
dude, yeah, like
whatever.
to like classic rock to like to like, you know, shit like Black Sabbath to Linkin Park to, you know, like Tokyo
Just all
Hotel.
over.
I want to bring back memories. I'll go back and listen to like what you call it, like Metro Station.
Oh God.
Boys Like
Shake,
Girls.
shake,
I mean, you know, it's like
shake,
it just brings back memories. You know, even Green Day. Simple Plan. I listen to
Wake me up
yeah,
when
a lot of hip
September.
hop. The new music, I try to keep up with that. You know, there's always some cool new songs here and there.
Yeah.
You can't go wrong with the old school R&B shit.
Yeah, never,
You know,
never. That's the vibe right there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or Sade, dude. Oh my
Oh,
god.
yeah. Mhm.
Or Sade. That's how you say
Yeah,
her name.
Sade,
But
yeah.
I never knew who she like how to say her name like back in the day. I
Mhm.
always said Sade or some shit. But my
Yeah.
mama put me on like shit like that and TLC, Big Pun. Like,
Yeah, that's my mom put me on all that
yeah.
stuff too.
Like I only know about Tupac and Biggie because my mom.
Same.
And then like my stepdad,
Mhm.
he's in the military. He lives in Fayetteville though. He put me on the Eminem.
Oh.
Yeah.
Damn. What do you think about that Eminem album?
Man, I wish there was like a purpose, like
Damn.
rather than look, rather than just
damn.
clowning and telling everybody how bad they suck. It's like, dude, who cares about what
Ooh.
they say about you? Take your creativity and your work ethic and make a project with a meaning and a purpose, like you did with all of your old ones. Like, what are you doing? Like you had
Fuego
all these,
takes. We
you
need
had,
shots.
You had like the coolest concepts in the world with Dr. Dre back in the day. You had whenever you had M, Slim Shady, and you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
like these split personalities and like people that aren't really you, but with like these really cool like ideas that you had in your mind about things that you probably were never gonna do or you probably wanted to do, which is real fucked up. But it was real cool to make a song out of it.
Yeah.
And I mean, real or not, your imagination right there is what's cool. Now, whenever you're making music about how bad somebody suck and how they talk and they mumble, it's like, bro, cool.
Damn.
We get it that everybody mumbles. Like, there's no need to make a diss about it because you're like the rap god, obviously.
Uh-huh.
So why don't you create something worth listening to?
Ooh.
Rather than back to back, diss, y'all all suck.
Damn. What about how you feel about Machine Gun Kelly then?
Dude, I felt like that diss was a little hard.
Like too hard? He went too hard?
I feel like, well, I'm just saying it was a hard diss. Like, it was good.
Oh, okay.
It's
I got you.
better
Yeah,
to the
yeah.
ear to listen to.
Oh, hell yeah.
I would much rather listen to MGK's because it sounds better and I can vibe to it more.
Easier to listen to.
Yeah, because of the sound of it.
Mm-hmm.
And Eminem's was just kind of like, all right, bro, I don't even want to like, oh, you got this as a hook. I don't even want to listen to this hook though, bro. You feel me? It sucks, but because I love Eminem, you know.
Yeah.
But like, I didn't fuck with it as a grown man now. Like, I feel like he could have done better when it came down to like a project.
Damn. Okay. Wow.
Yeah. What do you think?
That's
Like,
tough.
do you think that's kind of like?
I never even listened to the album.
Well, I didn't listen to
So-
all of it, but I had.
Well, I listened to
skimmed-
one
skimmed
song. My
through, like,
homie.
the album and like listen to a lot
Yeah.
of the songs because I have to, like, cause I don't have nothing else to do when I'm sewing.
Yeah, you might as well.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I listened to one song my homie Lone Star produced on that album, so I
Yeah,
listened to
yeah.
that and I was like, all right,
Oh, yeah, I saw.
this is a good ass song right here. But then I listened to a little bit of another one and I was like, I'm good. I don't. It ain't for me. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like I said, I'm on that R&B vibe, the guitars and live acoustics, and
Yeah.
I don't really care too much about 808s right now. So
Yeah, no, I understand.
Yeah.
Like, cause that shit can get annoying. There's a time whenever like I used to listen to like a lot of EDM and like electronic music, and I got so tired of it.
yeah,
And then I just started listening to a lot of like trap. And I got so tired of it. I started listening to like real music, some jazz and shit that's soft to the ears.
yeah,
And then like I was like, dude, this shit's awesome, man.
yeah.
When I was young, I hated that shit, but as I got older, listening to like just the smooth sounds, like even of like a nice guitar solo, man, like I like that shit. But it's good to have a little bit of everything because you know you never feel just one emotion. You know, you always feel different ways every day.
Yeah, yeah, that's it. And so I watched this show called Explained on Netflix. Have you heard of that?
Yeah, I've heard of it.
So they had a show called they explained stuff, and they had a show on music, and they were showing like brain patterns, like brainwave patterns whenever we listen to music and whenever animals listen to music. And we're the only ones that have the cognitive, power to, calculate
To kind of like take it in
to
as
take
music,
it in as
like,
music
yeah.
rather than just
sound,
noise.
yeah.
Just noise. You know what I mean? And that for me, like that makes me feel like my job's even more important because some people have to listen to this, if they listen to it and it's not, like this, and only humans can do it. You know what I mean? We're the only one. Like they found a couple animals that can listen to it. Like they can bob their head and just stay on beat on the BPM.
Right.
But like there's this parrot and he does it, and a seal or something.
Yeah, but they're probably like it's like probably a rhythm of sound rather than music.
Yeah, it's not music to them.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
yeah. It's just like a collective of sounds.
Yeah, so I feel like it's so fascinating, like that music is just into everything. Like it's ingrained into us, like only us. So
I mean, if you think about it though, man, it's kind of like they don't listen to it as music because they don't know what music is, but we know what music is because we call it that. So therefore,
so we gave it
our
name.
our brain works to where like we
understand
understand it and they don't understand it because we're the ones creating it and we put a label on it.
Yeah.
And then we make a particular sound for us to enjoy and listen to, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like if you hear like something really annoying that's not music, your dog's probably not going to think it's annoying either.
Yeah.
Because it's just a
noise.
A noise of constructed sounds, or even if it's deconstructed or whatever.
Yeah.
Unconstructed.
That's
but yeah, dude,
crazy.
it's weird. Yeah.
That's
like,
crazy when you break it down like that.
Yeah, because like they're getting all scientific with it, but
Bro,
it's really not that scientific.
No, for real, go watch it. You'll be like, what? All this stuff goes into it? Because
man, nah, fuck 12, fuck the law, fuck the government.
No, that's just crazy.
Not really, bro. No, that is a really crazy thing to think about. Cause you be vibing out and you think your dog probably fuck with it, but he's just like, dude, what are you doing?
Yeah, he's just trying to like sniff some ass or something. Like that.
Probably.
Yeah, well, that's what my dog does. He sniffs fucking all these other dogs' asses. So, yeah. You got any dogs? Yeah, you do. Man. You got a whole bunch of dogs.
Got dogs and dogs, bro. I love all my dogs, man.
They're awesome. Which one's your favorite?
I don't have a favorite, man.
How
you gonna? Okay.
They ain't gonna hear
okay.
This.
Whenever you have a kid, bro, are you gonna tell them which one you like the most? All right, bro.
Yeah.
All right, man. If you fuck up, you're gonna become the number 2 favorite child. You can't do that to your kid. All right, man. Dad, I'm gonna win. You know what I'm saying? Like, I guess it can motivate them, but it could fuck them up mentally when they get old.
Yeah.
Yeah, my dad loved my oldest brother, my oldest brother more because he was born first. So I gotta wait till he dies so like he can love me. You know what I mean? Like it's like nah, dude.
Yeah, I feel you.
I love all my dogs.
Yeah, all my dogs.
Yeah, all of them.
So what's next for Mozart?
Oh man, I've been working on some shit, dude. Okay, so no exact date yet, but I've been working on a website. I've been taking care of all of my legal stuff in regards to having a business, and I've been designing some cool ass shit that I can't wait to show the world. And I plan on presenting it, soon and in a different way that no one or that I haven't really seen. I mean, as a fashion designer, creator, person that does cut and sew. And then making music or something like that, like,
okay, I got you. I see where you're going with.
Yeah, I'm trying to do something different, and I want to I'm working on like branding myself as the business, because I'm like you have to be a face of the company these days, and you have to relate to people and like actually like get deep into like social media and like interact with people and brand yourself. And
you're trying to see what route you're trying to go with it?
Yeah, I want to brand myself and like do something in a different way that people aren't doing it yet. So I mean, I have more than one creative skill. I can do a lot of things, man, and there's so many ways to make money, and I want to try it out cuz I'm got nothing to lose.
Nice.
Yeah. So like that's I'm working on a lot of stuff for the Mozart thing. Just keep that in mind. But I've also along with my partners been working on a lot of Naum things, and we've been trying to get this shit going and invest more money into it, plan out for it, and that's really big because it's all of our babies, and like that's a thing that like we're all like really focused on, and it takes a lot of time, man, to actually focus on all of these little things, and days be flying by like so fast, like it's crazy. But lately I decided that I'm gonna stop taking or being open to like every and all custom orders in regards to like embroidery and like cut and sew. I'm not really too worried about like the money. I want to start thinking about myself more and like work on myself, like my business and like you know, the visuals and like creative direction of the things that I care about more rather than other people's stuff. Unless like you're an online influencer, I'll you know help you out or make something cool for you.
Yeah.
Cause like I feel better about that. You know what I mean? Like just
Yeah.
for like some random person. Like I'm not like no offense guys, and like I know there's consumers out there, but I'm just like I'm not I'm being too cheap like on myself. Like I'm not
You're not holding yourself to your
yeah,
standard you
yeah,
deserve.
yeah. Like I'm giving everybody the hookup, and
Yeah.
I'm not taking care of myself, and I know my worth. I know what it is, and like I'm over here hoeing myself. So like I have like decided to like cool out on that, focus on me, get everything running, focus more on like Naum, the
Yeah.
other brand, because I know once things start to pick up with that again, like it's gonna keep me busy, and like I'm gonna have like I'm not trying to have like people stress me out and be all up on my back about like the order and like how long
Yeah.
it's gonna take. I'm like, bro, I make it from scratch.
Yeah.
And it's like you
gotta get
you
all
just
the
ordered
fabric,
it yesterday.
all the thread.
I have to
all
go
that
pick
stuff.
up the material. You know,
Yeah.
I have to get the measurements. I have to figure out what you want, and then if you keep changing your mind, it makes things harder. And like I'm not trying to like do all of that, and I want to make money like just selling things that I want to make. You know,
Yeah.
like I like
Your own
it helped me
pieces.
get by, like making people's stuff, and I'll and accept orders here and there, but I'm not open to all and every order anymore. Yeah, so if I don't reply to your email, that's probably why. But like
Damn.
people, you got like I got people asking me like to design their whole collection and shit, and I'm like, but
That's
what
a
a-
whole thing.
but yeah, it's like you want to start a brand, you want me to design your collection, then what is it?
What
What's
are you
yours?
doing?
And what's
Yeah.
yours? You know what I mean? And it's just like, dude, I mean, I get it, like that. There's designers on a team and all that, but like, what about me, man?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
You gotta think about yourself, man.
Yeah, I mean, I think about myself a lot because I spend so much time with me.
Yeah.
But
Well, obviously.
but it's like, what do I want to like really do for myself? And like, I've been thinking about that ever since I've been like, my head started clearing up. I started feeling better. I started feeling more alive. And there's a lot of negative things that I do want to change about myself, and a lot of things that I want to do for myself to become a better person. You know, just as an individual, but as I don't know, a business as well. You
Yeah,
know,
for sure.
I just want to be successful, and I want the people around me to.
Nice.
And if
No, it's
know,
gonna happen. It's gonna happen.
yeah, if I just focus on like making all these people shit, then I'm never gonna get anywhere.
Yeah, you gotta take your opinion into account, and you gotta really go in on what you love. But I want to say thank you for being on the podcast.
Yeah.
The second one.
You already know what the fuck
You know
going
what I mean?
on.
Go ahead and let everybody know where they can find you at, all your your handles. Twitter
All right,
and that
man.
stuff.
You can find me on Instagram at HLWD_MO for Hollywood Mo, and same with Twitter. And then for Mozart Studios, it'll be Mozart Studios. You know, at Mozart Studios for Twitter and Instagram. And then you can find Naum Brand on Instagram, Naum Brand on Facebook, NAUMBRAND. And yeah, dude.
Cool. Well, appreciate you. Thank you so much for getting on the podcast.
Thank you, man. Thanks for having me. It was awesome talking to you, having all the homies around. Had Jamie over there, you know,
Yeah.
looking at the. No, I'm playing.
Mary Jamie, yeah. So cool.
We didn't
Well,
even have to pull out no like search or anything. Like, hey yo, Jamie, pull out the look it up, bro.
no, yeah, he had it. He already had it going.
Damn.
So well, thank you, and we'll see y'all next week.
Hey, peace out. Thank you, man.
Cool.
That was cool.